They always say in church, if God tells you what amazing things he has for you, you would poop your pants, right? Or they'd be like, you wouldn't do it because you would be like, Lord, not me. He right. They right. Today I've realized God allowed me to peek into what he has for me. And it's not the first time. So like, I really think that God does exactly what he says in the Bible when he's like, I'll show you great and mighty things. Things that, are under the heavens and above the heavens, literally biblical, right? So I get it. If you walk that walk and you talk that talk, he's going to eventually show you the things that you can do and what you can be. But sometimes it gets overwhelming. And I understand now why they're like, you know what? Understanding the thoughts of God might not be really what you want the way you think you want it. My mind was blown today because I had a conversation with my girlfriend and she was just like, so what I'm hearing, because I was telling her, I was like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. I got Able Finances. I got this podcast I'm trying to do, which I don't really know how to do. I got church stuff, this man, my regular life, and everything is already in shambles, and I just want to sit in the corner and cry. And she's like, so what I'm hearing is God is telling you to do these things, and you're just overwhelmed, and you need to kind of bring yourself together and prioritize. And I'm like, I don't want to hear that. Mind you, I love prioritization. It's one of the things I preach to everyone around me is prioritization, because I understand that the gift of prioritization, and I realize that even though God has allowed me this day to see into all of the things that he has for me to do, I didn't ask God to help me prioritize them. I didn't stop for a moment and say, Lord, help me prioritize, help me understand what you want done first. Thank you for the vision, but I understand this is not all in one time. These are all things in your good time. So I literally had to, I had to ask somebody else for prayer. I had to settle my spirit. I had to go do other things, like just to be like, okay, I'm clocking out. And what I realized in that moment is God loves you so much that he's going to gift you with so many responsibilities because he knows you can handle them. But he also needs you to come to him and ask for prioritization. Your purpose can't be done without him. So for me, I'm an executor. You give me a task, baby, I'm running. I don't know where I'm running to, but you said run, so let's go. But that is what God has gifted me with. But like, that can be a bad thing sometimes because I'm running without vision, or I'm running without thinking through a process. So I got overwhelmed today because God said all these things, and then I was like, well, let me get running. And then all my brain goes, wait, no, don't run. We're scared. We're nervous. What do we do? And it reminded me that I have purpose. One, God has trusted me with some things that are super special. And then three, I can't do any of them without him. I literally cannot do any of the things God has required me to do without God. So I have to have the prioritization of God. I have to have the calmness of God. I have to have God intervene and say, okay, this is how I want you to think about these things and go about these things, and so that life doesn't overrule you. And it's just a reminder that you have purpose, and whatever your purpose is, God's going to make sure it gets done. But you can't try to do that purpose without him. Like, don't it won't work. You'll be stressed out, overwhelmed, or better yet, you won't get any of it done because you're overthinking. Maybe you're an overthinker. When I was talking to my girlfriend, she was like, Stephanie, we are totally the exact opposite. I want to sit through and think through the whole thing. You're ready to go ahead and get started. I think that's really why our friendship works so well, is like, we are two different people, and when you bring a executor and a planner together, you get perfection, because literally that's what God has put in her, and that's what God has put in me. I see it sometimes at work where I have people that I work with, and they have a different gift than I do, and I'm like, oh, that gift is nice. I wish I had that. And God be like, no. Y'all gifts are meant to complement each other. I feel better now. I do feel better after sitting down, understanding. I think I still need to go talk to God tonight. Definitely going to have a conversation with him about just the fact of I need him to help me prioritize. I need to understand, okay, what do you want me to do with Able Finances? What do you want me to do with this podcast or lack of podcast? I don't even know. What do you want me to call it? But I also have church work and I have regular work and then I have the dog. And, we all have lives. God is not scared to prioritize for you. And it's not too small. It's not beneath him. Like, ask him and watch him craft a list for you. The best project manager that you'll ever find is Jesus. Made a world in 7 days. Knew what to do first, second, and third. So I am going to take the time tonight to ask God to help me prioritize the purposes that he has given me. And doing that, I'm praying that I get out of it the peace that I need to execute in the fashion that he wants me to execute.